pretty, you gotta know whether or not you can tell. I spend a lot of time on her. You therefore gotta learn to take good care of you, head to toe. I don't want to come back after a year and find you grinding looking better than her. If you can't take care of her, if you can't take care good of yourself, I tell you, you can keep her in shape. That you gotta know. I know you can't be a perfectionist. However, you gotta learn to be soft on yourself sometimes. Please adjust. Be assured my girl has been highly trained, my word you can trust. But she ain't perfect. I expect her to make a couple of mistakes as she becomes better. Learn not to be always too hard on you. If you do, you won't be on her either. I know your projects often understand the need for speed. No wonder you hardly have time for rest and computer games knowing you gotta speed. Plus having the hedgehog as one of your favorite cartoons might end up being toxic. Listen to the sound of my voice. Learn to slow down sometimes. You can't Sonia. Even though you might at times take her some time, she'll eventually adjust. Trust me, she's sharp. So use that to cut her some slack. Learn to value the relationship that really matters to you. Keeping your eyes open to anything and everything threatening intimacy. If you can find anything getting in the way of my intimacy with you, intense intimacy being the way you battle the desire for intensity over intimacy, you can set your mind on getting closer to me. I'll be convinced you'll fight for my girl. Whatever happens, take note of all them employees who encourage you to be quick to quit. Body look them in the eye, and with your made up mind, tell them giving up ain't the way you're gonna work, and so you quit. Whatever is that, fight hard to bring it to completion. Don't be quick to quit. I've never dreamt of working with cowards. Show me you're one of them, and I'll quit. If you easily give up on stuff, I'm sure you eventually give up on my girl, and so forget about getting her. Quit the pursuit. Take full responsibility of your actions. You can, however, play the blame game if you always want to be the loser. But if you want to be a success, learn to accept the outcomes of your moves. Take the blame if you want to be a winner. Always learn from your mistakes as you build on your victories. Better late than never. Be assured that my girl has a heart like her father's. She's unlike the rest. Celebrating your victories, she'll always be there to offer a hand when you fall and never despise you at your worst. I would prefer you learn to keep your words to yourself, especially when you know you ain't gonna keep them. Learn from me. I never make promises I know I ain't gonna fulfill. I guess it's just who I am. I don't take the trust you place in me for granted. I value it so much I would mind losing it. Keep this in mind. If you can't be true to your words, I tell you to keep your promises. My girl is so precious to me, I mind entrusting her to someone so untrustworthy, like singles with a couple of monkey businesses. Now, talking about the bride price. I know Young David is more than just a mighty warrior, with death daring to dice. I've seen him fight lions as much as I've seen him fight more than just one bear. Kid is quite responsible. There's no responsibility he can't bear. Yet he still has to prove himself in battle before becoming the king's son-in-law. You gotta trust me this time around. This king is better than Saul. Plus his daughter is just like David. She loves you as much as she does her own soul. You gotta trust me. Unlike King Saul, I've always been true to my word. My promises have always been yes and amen since the beginning of the world. I've always kept my words to myself when I know I won't keep them. You can be assured, after giving the bride price in full, she won't be given to another. Simply prove your loyalty to my kingdom and she'll become a significant other. I know you've grown up hearing this giant defying my armies. I know you've seen this giant inflict fear even in my strongest of men. Sexual morality has indeed slain a mighty man. He carries the weight of the entire enemy army on his shoulders. Make sure you take his big head off. At least help take some of that weight off his shoulders. I know Saul asked for 100 foreskins and young David brought him 100 extra. Likewise, the giant's head alone won't be enough. Bring your heart's foreskin together with it. Bride price will be enough if you slay the giant within on a daily. I hope you ain't gonna quit. I've told you all this because I'm both excited and more than ready to entrust you with her. I'm more than willing. However, she is my favorite. You gotta convince me she's more than safe and sound in your hands. It's high time you start practicing. These steel bars are instrumental if you're to beat down your hip-hop culture. There ain't no room for freestyling. Before you even think of approaching her, show me you know what you're getting yourself into. Your actions gotta be convincing. I value her so much to give her to someone who doesn't value. Tell me she's gotta be your everything. This you always gotta remember. Baby girl is her father's favorite. That's the main thing. But then the thing is, like, yo, bro, tell us who she is, how she looks like. At least give us a clue. Who is this girl you're talking about? So last year I read Kiss. Oh my critics. I'm like, yo, okay, I don't know. So the first part of this piece is like my worst critic addressing me like, talk to us. What are you saying? Who is she? And la 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 la, remember. Then the second part now it's me responding to him. Maybe, yo, bro, you know what? I don't know. I just believe. So here it goes. You know, right? Before who says